What's up, my fellow comic book readers? Guys, I just finished catching up with Redcoat. While I was in Raleigh for the convention, I found issue number 10. So I had 9 through 13. So I'm fully caught up. We're gonna go over each issue. We got issue number 9, where it was Johnny Appleseed. I thought this was a pretty cool issue. It's a quick introduction to Johnny Appleseed, and then he goes over his friendship, and how good of a person Johnny Appleseed was. Again, this is fictional, but also, you can probably, if you do a little bit of research, probably find some things that are relatable to it, which I appreciate, you know what I mean? But Johnny Appleseed shows him how to transfer his magic, so I thought that was pretty cool, and, it leads to a cool little story. Issue number 10, we got Annie Oakley in this one, and, he spends the whole issue trying to impress Annie Oakley, but also, facing his own doubt, and then at the end, he's like, "So, Annie Oakley, let's get something to eat." And she's like, "I'm married." Issue number 11, 12, and 13 were all him, with the Redcoat and a little girl named Sarah. And the Northerner is coming back in time to stop the Cobbler from helping the South win the Civil War. And Simon kind of has to face, am I doing this for the money, or am I doing this for, for the good of humanity and the good of me? Or, there's some other variables that get thrown out here, which I won't spoil it too much. But if you're not reading Redcoat, I really again, I've said this 100 times, I'm not a history buff, but I do enjoy what they're doing, what Geoff Johns is doing with Redcoat and Simon Peer, although I'm sure you'll find out that I'm anything but. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the Norther. I think that might be the end of the Cobbler, but we don't know, really. But I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the Northerner, because, Redcoat, Junkyard Joe, and Geiger are all from the same universe, and it kind of talks about each of them a little bit through here. They've been brought up in Geiger, and Junkyard Joe at the end, he gets brought up. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with that whole story. But yeah, guys, I'm really enjoying Redcoat. I definitely recommend it. But even if you're not going to read Redcoat today, pick something up and read it, baby.